squared negative 3y squared times dx positive 2 times xy dy is equal to 0. So foremost we need to have 2xy dy on the left side. Move this quantity to the right, so that's going to be negative of x squared negative 3y squared times dx. Now move this dx down, so this is going to be dy over dx is equal to negative of x squared negative 3y squared divided by 2xy. Now clearly this is homogeneous. The degree of x is 2, the degree of y is 2, so the total degree is 2. The denominator, the degree of x is 1, the degree of y is 1, 2. So we add up these degrees, it again gives us 2. So this is an homogeneous differential equation. This is a homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so now if it is a homogeneous differential equation, you got to make the following substitution. So let y be equal to vx. Now you differentiate it, differentiating with respect to x both sides, we get, so what do we get when we differentiate? This is going to be dy over dx is equal to v times differential of x is 1, positive x times differential of v is dv over dx. This is actually v positive x times dv over dx. So wherever dy over dx comes, you have to replace v positive x times dv over dx. So therefore 1 can be rewritten as, in place of dy over dx, I would be substituting v positive x times dv over dx is equal to negative, in place, don't touch x squared, just retain x squared as it is, negative, in place of y we substitute vx, square is there, so place the square, divided by 2 times x times vx. Of course we can remove the negative sign by removing the parenthesis. So this is equal to negative x squared positive 3 times v squared times x squared divided by 2 times x squared v. Okay, this is what you have got. Now I take a x squared out, so this can be rewritten as 3 times v squared negative 1 divided by x squared of 2 times v. So x squared can be cancelled, giving me 3v squared negative 1 divided by 2 times v. On the left I got v positive x times dv over dx. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this v to the other side. So that is going to give me 3 times v squared negative 1 divided by 2v negative v. I take the LCM as 2v, so this is going to be 3v squared negative 1 negative 2 times v squared, which is going to be taking subtracting 3v squared and 2v squared would give me v squared negative 1 divided by 2 times v. On the left I've got x times dv over dx. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move 2v to the numerator and bring down v squared negative 1 down to the denominator. So I'm going to use this space here. So I've got x dv over dx is equal to v squared negative 1 divided by 2v. So you cross multiply, you get 2v divided by v squared negative 1 times dv is equal to, move the dx to the right side, so you get dx, move the x down, this is going to be x in the denominator. So integrating both sides we get, so what happens when we integrate both sides? So integration, on the right side you get ln x, on the left side let me just show you the integration over here. Okay, so if I were to take this as 2v dv divided by v squared negative 1 and make the substitution, let v squared negative 1 be equal to sum t, I get 2v dv as dt. Now if I were to substitute it, okay, so if I were to substitute 2v dv as dt, and v squared minus 1 as t. This is going to give me ln t, which is going to be ln of v squared negative 1. So using that over here, I would get ln of v squared negative 1. Now we got a ln here, we got a ln here. We can very well add a ln c. Now we know that WKT stands for, we know that y is taken to be as vx, so v is y over x, so we need to substitute this after the integration. So that is a very important part. So when I substitute it, I would get ln of y over x. It has got a square here, so this is going to be square negative 1. Now ln a plus ln b. Now there is a formula which is ln a plus ln b is ln of ab. Okay, if I were to use this formula, this would be ln of x times c. Okay, this is what you get. Now I can rewrite this as ln of, taking x squared as the LCM, this is going to be y squared negative x squared, okay, is equal to ln x into c. So this is what you get. Now what you can do is, you can take, since you have ln both sides, you can remove the ln. Let me just use the space here. So I'm using the space here. So removing ln, we get, so what do we get? You would be getting, it's better you place the modulus sign. We don't know the value of x and y. So you get y squared negative x squared divided by x squared with the modulus sign is equal to c times x. Now you can take the x squared to the right side, and that would give you modulus of y squared negative x squared is equal to c times x cubed. Okay, so this is the final answer to the question. However, you can just place the modulus just to maintain consistency. Okay, so that ends the question's answer.